film Platoon, directed by Oliver Stone, is about a college student named Chris Taylor who quit school to volunteer for the Army in the late 60s. He serves with a diverse group of soldiers in the platoon, led by Sergeant Barnes and Sergeant Elias, who is a call man that finds himself no longer to believe in the war. While Chris is there, he sees many different views of the war. He witnesses his fellow soldiers take part in rape and murder, which he does not allow. The film was released on December 24th in 1986. The director of the film, Oliver Stone, is an actual Vietnam veteran. He wrote this story based upon his experience as a U.S. infantryman in Vietnam to counter the vision of the war portrayed in John Wayne's The Green Berets. This film was the first Hollywood movie to be written and directed by a veteran of the Vietnam War. What was unique about the film was that it was actually filmed in the Philippines. It was filmed on the island Luzon starting on February of 1986. At the time of the scheduled film date, a dilemma appeared because of the political upheaval in the country due to the dictator Fernando Marcos. But with the help of the well-known Asian producer Matt Hill, the shoot went on its schedule. The film started 2 weeks after Marcos fled the country, but that was not a problem for the film. Now back to the film itself. Platoon is a grunt's-eye view of the war, touching on moral issues but focusing primarily on the men who fought in the battles and suffered the wounds. In this sense, the film resembles older war movies more than its Vietnam peers, as it mixes with small realistic details such as jungle rot, bugs, exhaustion, sea rations, marijuana, and counting the days before you go home. As mentioned by Leo Colley, a Vietnam War veteran, he states that the film successfully immerses you in a lifelike situation physically or morally. An accurate beginning in the first scene with a classic figure of war literature, the Green Recruit, seen walking out of the cargo hold of an airport where other troops are leaving. This is an accurate view on how most soldiers saw the first day.
Oh, man. Is that what I think it is?
All right, 236, welcome to the knob. Follow me.
I'm dipped in shit. You me. You dudes gonna love the knob for fucking ever.
65 in the week.
The movie establishes the mental terrain that American troops fought in, the terrain of personal survival, of enduring the war as an individual. Leo once said, Platoon was the first film he has seen that nails down this core fact of the experience. At one point where it was a little bit over the top was the aspect of massive firepower. As most directors go over the top with this, Oliver Stone added this firepower where it seemed a little bit forced in the movie. The film substitutes firepower for manpower. Overall, the film mirrors an accurate description of what really happened in the Vietnam War. The war was extremely violent, causing over 1,300,000 deaths. Famous film critic Roger Ebert said that Platoon is a movie about the war that is not a fantasy, not legend, not metaphor, not message, but simply a memory of what it seemed like at the time to him. Roger felt that Platoon left the constant fear that there was a 50-50 chance between a safe place or an exposed one. The director, Oliver Stone, sets up his shots to deny us the feeling that combat makes sense. Overall, the Vietnam War is the central moral and political issue of the last quarter century for Americans. It has inspired some of the greatest recent American films such as Apocalypse Now, The Deer Hunter, Coming Home, The Killing Fields, and now this film, which in a curious way should have been made before all of them. This is a film that says, before you can make any vast sweeping statements about Vietnam, you begin by understanding the bottom line, which is that a lot of people went there and got killed, and that is what the war meant for them.